Girl sit there now. Do 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 do. I could play some football while I'm waiting. I could do. Play a little football till somebody comes in. Oh yeah, it's right here. Starting the game. Oh, screenshot saved. Show your friends. Wait, control over this? Batteries are getting low. I have to go grab it in the hall. Twiddly dee, twiddly doo, twiddly doo dee dee. That's all the lyrics I have for you. Oh, there's. Oh, geez, look at this. We got like all these guys. Oh, this was Lou and Jeremy. Let me put these glasses on so I can read. 'Cause I'm an old man. Oh, I don't know what to say there, Lance, Air Canada, but I can say hello there to Bucky and you. How's it going? Holy jeez, we got the American Samurai and the curator of Jerry. That was just the. I was just every time I was just about to play football and then you popped on, so, just like last night. Got the good hat on there, Lance, Air Canada. Should just call you, even though it's not your real name. I should just say Jerry. But then again, I know you're not Jerry. Some weird things would be happening. Maybe I'd get beamed up or something. Hey, Bucky, how does Jeremy like thing with him and Jerry the alien? Does Jeremy like that? It's kind of funny that it's like Jerry's real, but you think he's not real because like you're like, oh, there's no such thing and blah blah blah, swamp gas. And meanwhile, Jerry's just very real. I like that part with Jerry lends the Corvette to Jeremy, and Jeremy's off to come and save the day or try to save you, but he was a little late. That's all right. Oh, that's that Xbox again making a noise, telling me to turn in a quest. Yeah, I know. Only Shane. That's because of the email back and forth. I'm going to tell you what the temperature is here. Hold on. 7 C, 7 Celsius, and or if you want to go Fahrenheit, 40, 44 Fahrenheit. 40, yeah, yeah, 44 Fahrenheit. Wait, did I do that wrong? Yeah, of course I did. 7 C, 7 Celsius, or 44 Fahrenheit. Yeah, we had. Hold on here. Let me go back. There we go. Yeah, I woke up this morning. I don't know, 3:30, 4, and it was like a blizzard outside. And then I don't know, around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, it was all fine. Yeah, have a good time at work there, Bucky. Take care of yourself. BW BWB handle. I'm not quite sure what that was. Sorry, man. I don't follow. Usually, I'm pretty good following those breadcrumbs, but I don't know what the hell you mean by BWB. I don't know. Or what? Oh, I'm sorry. Sorry. Yeah, I've never seen you use that term like that. Abbreviate it down like that. Okay. Oh, they don't like your handle, eh? Oh well. It's women. They don't like anything unless uh, it can be controlled, or they think they control it, or they like that little bit of power, eh? You give it a little. You gotta give it a little blow. Buckwheat boys. How the hell did you ever come up with that name? The very first time you told me I seen your name, Buckwheat boys, I thought of Buckwheat from Little Rascals. Yeah, Buckwheat boy. Buckwheat. Oh, Buckwheat was. I remember him. God, Little Rascals. I must have been about 4 or 5 years old last time I used to watch that faithfully. Buckwheat. Yeah, I watched that one today with the waterfowl. That was pretty cool. Yeah, because like I don't know, just grew up on water. Really like checking out everything on the water ever since I've been little that are birds. I know it's not doesn't like swim, but excuse me, it lives on the water near usually near like cattails and that. My favorite bird as a kid was the red-winged blackbird. Man, was I obsessed with that as a little kid. I just thought they looked so cool with that patch. I just thought they looked just wicked. There's lots of them around here. Oh, jeez. I don't think I would enjoy the all you can eat friggin' buckwheat friggin' hotcakes. I'm not real big on that. I've had buckwheat pancakes before. I kind of like the more unhealthy ones, like the ones in the box. Pretty much, you just make them up yourself, no problem. Not like the real good stuff, not the good healthy ones. The good healthy ones, I don't like too much. Like I remember when I was little, my dad took me to his friends. We stayed there for the weekend, and I was like really, really, really picky for eating. And eat for breakfast, it was like the worst breakfast for my life, man, because I couldn't stand brown bread, right? It was white bread or nothing. I got brown toast and um I like boiled eggs, but I don't like the white. And he boiled my egg and it was runny. And to top it all off, not that there was a taste difference that I really noticed, but it was a brown egg, the brown shell. So as a little kid, I'm thinking brown toast, brown egg shell, like this isn't gonna work out well. At least we'll see how that yolk is. The fucking guy, man, made it runny. Like he didn't cook it enough. He was probably like 26, 27 years old. Ah, okay. So you started getting a nickname from coming in there, and there you go. Yeah, I have had a nickname a long time ago called like back in high school called Rabbit Killer. Check this out. Now, I didn't kill rabbits or nothing. It was called Rabbit Killer because I used to be right into drawing quite a bit, and I drew this like the Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I drew that guy, but I made him kind of like a demented rabbit with big fangs, and he went around. And I used to draw these little comic strips, and he went around killing other rabbits. His name was Rabbit Killer. And then one day, to this day, I never even looked it up on the internet or know anything. But one day, uh, the vice principal called me to the office. What? He's like, "Yeah, I heard your nickname Rabbit Killer." And I said, "Oh no, no, Mr. Reynolds has nothing to do with rabbits. I don't kill rabbits." He goes, "No, no, no." He goes, "Does that happen to do with something to do with birth control?" And I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, so, like, what are you, like, the rabbit killer? So you're, like, the guy that, like, goes out and, something about, like, knocking up girls kinda thing." I was like, "I don't know what you're talking about." And then he kinda looked at me and he saw that I didn't know what he was talking about, and he goes, "Oh, well, I just had to ask, okay, have a nice day." And then I left his office, and I was like, "Birth control? Rabbit killer? I don't know." But he was a drunk. He had these big black raccoon eyes, and you couldn't I never saw him drunk or smelt any booze on him, but everybody said he was a drunk. And just what I just told you, maybe he is a drunk. Hey, Lewis is here. Holy shit. Lewis, how are you? Yeah, those are classics, Lewis. That's the stuff I grew up on. Those are the ones that like, not those 3 individuals, but that genre, man, that used to be on a thing called Monster Matinee every Saturday or Sunday, I think it was Sundays, every Sunday on the weekends there, and those are the things that got me into it, those black and white ones, like that octopus one came from beneath there. Yeah, I must have been 4 or 5 years old, watched it up the street, right close to where I am, about half-hour walk at my aunt and uncle's place, and my cousin and I watched it. And she's, like, about 4 years older than me. "You're not gonna watch this, you'll run away, blah, blah, blah." And then when the thing was taking down the ship, I was just like, "Yeah, right on." And I was, like, 4 years old. I didn't miss a beat. No movie has scared me as a kid except for The Exorcist. And it's kind of a cool story. I had a babysitter, right? I'm just, like, little kid, I can't remember how old I was. She had big boobs, right? I didn't notice that as a kid, I'm just a kid. But when she spun her head around, I stuck my head between her boobs, like, she's wearing a shirt, of course, 'cause I was scared. I guess, like, wanted to run into her, go like that and hide. I just remember my head going right in between them. Oh, was I scared of that. I could handle the whole thing, but once her head went around, that was a little too much for me. That was not the creature from the Black Lagoon or any of that type of stuff. That was something else. But God, I love those movies. Yeah, the old classic horror movies, Creature of the Black Lagoon and Frankenstein. And I'm really picky for, horror and comedy, but I sure loved Abbott and Costello when they were with, The Invisible Man and werewolves, the Werewolf Wolfman and, Dracula and all that. That was great. Um, you can have copyright stuff, Lou. You're just not allowed to monetize it. So you won't get in trouble and you don't get a strike and you don't get a warning. The person that owns the copyright, they have the choice. Either they can monetize the video and they can make money off of it, or they can say, "No, I don't want you using it," and that's the end of it. You can't use it, but you can't get in trouble. But yeah, it'll just say because like give you an example. Aha, that song "Take on Me." It's like so copyrighted that it's you couldn't. I don't think you could even have it playing in the background, and then you'd get a notification telling you that it has to be removed or whatever. And it just has a little button where you can remove it. It's pretty easy to remove it. But yeah, goddamn copyright. That's not right. Work real hard, make something that you did, copyright it so nobody can use it, and then somebody like me comes along and steals it and makes a stupid video. One big one's like music, eh? That's you can get people don't give a shit too much about stuff for using their videos and things, but music it can be a tough one. Um, some people don't like their music being used, and they got the right. And I made an R Team video a long time ago there in the summer. Yeah, you guys seen it with the Alice Cooper one, and it had just I looked up a karaoke $1 billion babies, and there was like no. In the background had like a little bit of Alice Cooper in it. Somebody made this on their own. Alice Cooper didn't make it, but the person that had copyrighted that, I don't know how they could afford it because it wasn't Alice Cooper's, and they wouldn't let me use it in the video. But I didn't get in trouble or anything. I just got a notification saying you can't use it, and they said, "Do you want to replace it?" And I was like, "Fuckers." But in the old days, like going back like 10, 15 years ago, whatever, they gave you 3 warnings and stuff. Like you could have you if you did something like let's say you're playing like a Kiss album in the background, you had to wake up in the morning. It never happened to me, but wake up in the morning and you have a notification like saying you have a warning, and then the next time it'll be like you have a strike, and a strike, copyright strike, and a copyright strike, and then you're gone. Make a new account sort of thing. But I never really got on the bad side of you too. Used to make about $100 a month until that Logan Paul bullshit. Back when everybody could make money on YouTube, until he did that suicide video and all the sponsors and stuff were leaving YouTube. People were flipping out and then screwed everybody. All you had to do is get like what, like 1,500 or subscribers back then, and you can start making some scratch. Yeah, there was something else that I noticed with you. I noticed that sometimes you get fighting with the Bigfoot community. I know you. I know that I've seen some of them commenting, where they get mad, where they're like, "Well, you never find Bigfoot" or something like that, and then you'll comment back where you guys don't dramatize stuff. You show it, hey, if he's here, he's here. If he's not, he's not. And I've seen little back-to-back banter with you and some other people before over over that. I wonder if any of those people ever steal your footage and then use it for their own stuff. Hey, Lewis, do you still get along with that kilt man? I seen a video of yours once, and that's why I looked up the kilt man. Was I don't know, you guys were arguing or something about you were mad about something about a Wolfman mask or something, and then you did a video kind of like a fuck you, man. And you dressed up like the kilt man. You're like, kilt man, kilt man. I was like, who the hell's the kilt man? Then I watched a video of them and I was like, oh, right on. Lewis burned them. And then I was trying to I tried to backtrack some of his videos. This was way back a long time ago. I was trying to find out what the hell happened, but I never figured out what happened. I was gonna ask you, but that was like almost a year ago and I forgot. Kilt man. I pop on his channel once in a while. I don't talk too much to him. Might make a comment because sometimes he has some pretty cool stuff. I'm not subscribed to him or nothing, but he's definitely Scottish, just like my buddy Rob. But he's the kilt man. Rob's just the sheep man. I seen a UFO. I ain't seen anything else. I don't care who believes me or not, but I seen a UFO. But I didn't get abducted or not. No crazy. Never saw aliens, but and it wasn't a little star in the sky. But yeah, yeah, that was pretty fucking wild. It was the day, what was it, the day after my mother's birthday or something like that. The day before or day after in September. But if I ever saw Bigfoot, oh geez, that'd be pretty freaky, man. Because those things are fucking. If they're real and the whole 9 yards, you're looking at like 8, 9 feet, 8, 10 feet tall, and like the width on it, from what people describe, is so huge. Just so huge. I mean, that would be pretty intimidating to see something like that. Most of the stories, the Bigfoot just leaves. But if I saw it, I guess I'd just stand there and stare and wait for it to leave, or hopefully leave, not come towards me. I wouldn't run, even if I was like a spring chicken, like 18 years old, and I wouldn't run because I ain't stupid. You don't run from anything because that opens the door to the game's on. Prey and predator right there. Never run. Just slowly back up. Don't take your eyes off it. Keep your eyes open. Because if you look down and stuff, it makes you look submissive. So you don't want to play any games where you have something like that killing you, man. 'Cause that's a big fucker. But it'd be so cool to see it. It'd probably be pretty damn quick too. But it'd probably feel like an eternity while it was going on. But then again, then you see it, and then you could never really tell anybody because nobody would believe you, and that sucks. That would really suck because like the like I seen that UFO. I have maybe told one friend, my best friend. I think we were drinking. I told him, and he didn't. I don't think he believed me. I think he thought I was just joking around because I joke around a lot. But I never told any friends or nothing. He couldn't believe it. Why waste my time? Yeah, Predator was really cool. Um, but I didn't really like that one where they're in the was it Antarctica and it was like Predator and Alien. Like the story's kind of neat. I just didn't like that movie. The concept, like I know how the whole story goes right into Prometheus and all that. It's a really cool universe, the Alien universe. It's really awesome. But I just didn't like that movie. Like I didn't mind the actors and stuff like that and actresses. It was just I didn't like the script. So I don't blame it on the actors. A lot of times, yourself, actors can ruin a good movie. Some real shitty actors, but no, I thought the acting was great. Just didn't like the. I liked the beginning of the script and when they're showing you the background, and then just I don't know. And plus, I don't think a girl could beat a predator. Like I don't, a guy couldn't. You give us the best human in the world could never beat a predator, let alone a girl. But the very first Predator with Arnold Schwarzenegger and all that, and what's his name? Oh man, I hate when I can't remember his name. Uh, Apollo. What's his name? Carl Lyons or Carl? I don't know. Something. He used to be on Arrested Development. But anyway, Apollo was in that. Jesse the Body Ventura. That was a great movie. I wasn't really too overly huge on the sequels, but it came out in a good time. I mean, like I was I think like a teenager, man, in the '80s, and man, some good movies came out in the '80s. My God, good movies from the '80s. Good horror movies too. That's another thing. Like I said, I always liked my horror. Wow, that's where you can find some of the best horror movies are right there from the '80s. Well, I guess that's not your genre because, like, I guess like for like Lou likes like the older stuff, the classics, the hardcore classics. And then we got a mutual friend, Kevin, and he likes stuff like Glue. He likes stuff all the way through, right up until the brand new stuff they have out today. Excuse me, the new stuff they have out today. Some of it's not so bad, I guess, but it's not as good. Oh wow, that's amazing. That's when they do a remake of a movie, and not very often is the remake good or better. I mean, but the Thing is better than that black and white original. Fuck, that was a good movie. The Thing. Uh, I don't know how old I was. I was just a couple years. Same year it came out on VHS. I watched it. I loved it. And the bonus was my mom. She's not so much like that now, but when I grew up, my mom loved fucking horror movies. My dad didn't, but my mom just loved them. So she'd be renting them all the weekend, and I was just like, yeah, right on. And my sisters, they didn't like them, eh? So I knew that I'd get up in the morning or whatever and see the movies they've got that night before at the video store on the weekend. Be like Saturday morning, I'd see like Friday the 13th, and Babysitter, whatever, Camp Babysitter. I can't remember whatever. The one with the Camp something. I don't know. There was this one movie that was really strange where this person looks like a girl through this whole camp thing and is killing people, but at the end it's really a boy because at the beginning there was like two twins, a boy and a girl, and brother and sister, and one got killed, and somebody raised the other one, but didn't want to raise it as a girl, wanted to raise it as a boy, so dressed it as a boy, and then it went nuts and killed everybody. At the end, you see it standing, going ah, and you see it's like hairy, the hair down there, and the penis hanging. Camp something. I don't know. Marshall Dillon. It's a name I haven't heard in a while. Marshall Dillon. I remember my parents watching Gunsmoke when I was too little. I didn't like it, and I was like fucking waiting for it to be over with so that I could have the TV. Back in the days, where like one TV. Parents always had dibs. The only time you didn't have to worry about parents claiming the TV was because every Saturday I had to sleep in on a Saturday till like 10, 11, 12, and kids get the Saturday morning cartoons. Kids today, they don't know what they're missing. Those Saturday morning cartoons were the whole reason for going to school. Go to school Monday to Friday, slug her out, come home. There's your cartoons on Saturday. The whole reward part of it. I never got into the Munsters so much when I was younger, but they didn't have it on as much. They had the Adams Family on more for my area, and like they just didn't have the Munsters on that much. And then when they did, it's kind of like seeing too much of the Adams Family, where I didn't give the Munsters a chance. And I was only like 9 years old. You don't get it when you're at that age. You like it or you don't. There's not much negotiating at that age. Either you like it or but that Lewis there, he knows his monsters. He knows all that, yeah. But watching some of those videos, got that house, and oh my goodness, the whole 9 yards there when it comes to some of the collections he has and the monsters. My goodness, must be a few pennies thrown that way to have all that stuff. Because like those like big houses you see, like those things you can buy, like monsters or Amityville Horror, like those things aren't fucking cheap, but they're pretty cool. I wouldn't mind having the Amityville Horror House, but I got no fucking like another room back there full of shit just like this. I think Lewis must have left. That one thing about Lewis, though, holy shit, when he dresses up, he don't fuck around. Pardon my Irish. He don't fuck around at all. That Munsters thing, dressed like Grandpa, what a fantastic job. The Planet of the Apes ones. I don't know if you've seen those. I'm sure you did. Absolutely stunning. Could have been right on the cast, right in the movie. And he's very knowledgeable. Like he really knows everything from back then. Yeah, watching some of his videos, he don't fuck around. He's telling you that Mr. Stanley thing you did. I get a kick out of that. I like that. That one you had with that one, the Asian, the guy that was back. Yeah, okay. Last thing I was just gonna say was that little Asian guy that was like the agent. I thought he was so funny where he's like, "Stop, stop." All right, you take care of yourself. Thanks for popping by. Always good to talk to you, buddy. See you later, Shane. Yeah, that's something I don't know if Lewis has ever saw was that Mr. Stanley. Lewis might get a kick out of that since he likes Kiss so much. Are you still here by any chance, Lewis? I never looked. I can't. I can't. This thing's inaccurate. It doesn't tell you if somebody's here or not. Sometimes it does. No, it says just you and me, so maybe it's right. Yeah, Mr. Stanley, totally awesome. Totally awesome. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Lewis, Land. I don't know if you've ever seen on Land Sea Air Canada, but he has these videos of Mr. Stanley, and Mr. Stanley, like he looks like Paul Stanley, obviously. Yes. If you haven't seen those videos, you got to go watch those sometime on Land Sea Air Canada's. Look up Mr. Stanley on his channel. It's it's hilarious, and plus it's good music, and it's Kiss music, and you'll like it. I trust me, I know you'll like it. But if you've seen it, then you already know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, Lance Sear Canada, Mr. Stanley. That's my favorite right up there with the Monster of the Woods there because I don't know. I mean, I just like that Mr. Stanley, like, and it just gets better and better with the roadies and backstory, and it just works for me. I'm sure it works for a lot of other people, and it worked for you. Great narration and good Kiss music, man. You like the good Kiss Alive 2? That's Mr. Stanley right there. It's actually pretty good. It's not like me playing the guitar and singing and dressing up. And that'd be like, oh yeah, okay. No, this is like this guy could be playing as a member of like a fake Kiss band. Like looks the part, plays the part, sings it, guitar, got the body moves like Stanley, the whole 9 yards, man. He's obviously studied Paul Stanley pretty well because he's got like he acts like him quite good, flamboyant. Yeah, I'm not quite sure how many ads. At least I'd say at least 3 or 4, at least. Probably more than that, but they get better every time. It starts off like slow. When I say slow, it's kind of like here's Mr. Stanley and blah blah blah. And it sort of like evolves where they start showing you his roadie and his manager and interviews and it has like roadie slash uh, cat trainer or something like that. Oh, did I fucking laugh when I read that? And it shows you the roadie, and it has his name and his or it says roadie slash cat trainer. Oh fuck, that was funny when I seen that. I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes something stupid like that can make me laugh, and that worked for me. Fucking roadie, fucking slash cat trainer. It's like the guy's got no life. He's done nothing. His biggest accomplishment is he's a roadie and he can train cats. Like, how far is that gonna get you in life? I don't know what that is. Cozy TV show, The Munsters. Was that like a network or a YouTube channel or something? Or when you were stepped away there, I was just saying to Lance Theater Canada before you had to go, but we were talking about the Munsters for a bit. I told him that I didn't get to grow up on them too much because where I lived, they showed the Adams Family all the time. I liked them as a kid, and then they'd show once in a while, like once for like they'd be on for about a month, and then they'd go back to the Adams Family and be the Munsters, and I didn't like them. But I was only 8 or 9 years old, and I think it was because I was too used to the Adams Family, and plus, um, I was used to the Adams Family being on the Flintstones. Where they had the but it wasn't the real Adams Family, but they had the gimmick TV channel. Was that like on Roku or something like that? 'Cause I got like Roku and all that shit, and if it's on one of those, ones, find that. Yeah, I think you can even make your own Roku channel. I don't know, but I wouldn't have no use for my own TV channel. So come on enough. Come on once in a while and do a few little hi how are you videos like this. You're gonna do a video of that orange thing in the corner. I should have did a video like two or 3 years ago. It's from Ruby's. Of course, I know you know Ruby's, of course, because you're a math man. Like Ruby's. But it's a really nice size too. It's the gritty. It's a Philadelphia Flyers ice hockey team mascot. You might say, well, why do you got that? Well, you can see there, I'm sort of a big fan of Flyers, and I got that before I started collecting masks. Uh, it was it was the year of the COVID, but not not just before COVID got crazy, and then we all had to wear masks. That's when they bought it. It was about $80, $70. And I had my buddy Tiny. He died like last year. He's put it on my Philadelphia jersey, and he dressed up like Gritty because Gritty's big and fat, so I needed Tiny to dress up like him. No, like I can already just tell if something's not yours because, like, obviously uh, but I can't tell if what YouTube did anything to you or not, or if anything. All I know is like for example, when you were playing those Kiss albums, well, it's obviously that that's Kiss's music, but I didn't see if you had things that were. What do you have? Are you talking like you have like playlists? It's almost like copyright category or items, or is that what you mean? Because anything you put up, I can't tell if it's been copyrighted or not unless I know. Like, oh, I know that movie. For all I know, you could have made it yourself in your own bedroom. Because I can make some things, and then other things I can't. Like for example, I can't make I can do some cartoon stuff and video game stuff, but I can't do like real shit like Luke Skywalker. Or if I want to have Bucky in a cave getting attacked by like a I don't know like a wampa or whatever from Star Wars, I can't do that. I have to steal the scene. The only thing is, I don't get in trouble. I just can't make money off of it because I don't own it. Every time I put that Cat Valentine stuff up, I never get any warning. Or it's not. I don't like calling it a warning. I don't get any notification saying um, this is copyrighted, but you're allowed to use it. That's usually what it says. I never have a hassle. If it is a problem, they just won't let you use it. Like I said, they don't. You can't get in trouble. You can't get in trouble. The only way you can get in trouble is, let's say you monetize the video to make money off of it when you've already been told don't monetize it. But that'd be pretty stupid. I don't consider you even. even in the ballpark of being stupid. You seem like a pretty fucking smart guy. And you said, yeah, okay. Who he met? We're talking about. Wait a minute. Oh, wait a minute. Sorry. Excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, Lewis. I should have read that. I kind of like glanced at it. Okay. Well, okay, I'm with you. All right, sorry, dude. So let me ask you something, and you have to pick. I'm talking like your soul's on the line, gun to your head. You gotta pick, and you can't say, "Well, I like this and this the same." And I'm sorry. Who is your most favorite of all of the classic monsters? Is it? Because I don't know if it's. If I was to guess, it seems like the amount of Wolfman and Frankenstein masks. Those guys gotta be your top ones for the horror classics. So are they unfortunately tied, or does Frank beat Wolf, or does Wolf beat Frank? Or is neither one of them your favorite and there's something else that you never told me or I didn't know? But you seem to know the history. So cool. That's one thing I really enjoy when you watch your videos. Like you give like history. You just don't go like, here's Frankenstein. I just bought this. Goodbye. You always like have some history. Like that makes your videos even better. My dog's barking. I don't know why she's not letting her in. She must have went upstairs. Hang on. I don't like my dog being in distress. Oh, now I know why. Because she wasn't parking to come in. She's laying on the step out there, barking at the geese on the water. She don't like any animals. One second. One second. Well, I'm kind of glad. I just remembered. I'm kind of glad that you're here. Just let me just take a peek here so I don't jump ahead. Okay. All right, Lou, Lewis, please check this out. Uh, I'm going to have something playing in the background. Here we go. Tell me what you think of this.
From the depths, 30-story side, breathing fire, his head hit the sky. Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla. And Kazuki.
There, did you hear that? I'm, that's fair enough. Travis! Oh, there he is. Mr. Blue. Travis, how are you? Just one second, Travis. I don't mean to. act like I don't give a shit that you're here, but did you happen to hear that, Lewis, in the background? If not, I can do it one more time. Busy at work, eh? Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna play that one more time. I know you heard it, but I like that. Uh it's something I'll be using in a future R team. Let me oh, I guess I better put the volume on.
Up from the depths, 30 stories high, breathing fire, his head hit the sky. Godzilla, Godzilla, Godzilla. And
I was Lewis, I was able to find just the instrumental for the cartoon without the words. I was like, bonus. It's like that can definitely be used, and Lewis will get a kick out of that. Yeah, so haven't talked to you a little bit, Travis. Hope you've been doing well. Man, I ever racked up a lot of points on that Xbox. Just a second here. I'll tell you how many I'm at. Like, I mean, I've really racked a lot up. At least I think it is for, excuse me, not even a month. I have 8,711 of those points that you can use to buy shit with or whatever. Yeah, things are going great with me. How old is that cartoon? You'd have I'd have to ask Lewis that one because I never I'd have to say I'm guessing is that from the 70s? Like 77, 76? Just taking a guess. I don't know. Yeah, thanks, Lewis. Um yeah, because Lewis hasn't had any problems hearing me. Uh, yeah, and I got really good internet, man. It's just like the Flash. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, Lewis, are you getting any skipping from me, or does everything sound normal to you, Lewis? Because Bucky was here earlier and he didn't have no problems, so I'm guessing the problem's probably on your end, Travis, or which really sucks. I hate that when that skips and you're trying to hear somebody. Okay, great, great, great. Yeah, that St. Patrick Day our team won. I got a kick out of that. That was pretty funny. Yeah, I think that's YouTube. I know it's not my internet because my internet's like it, it's really good internet, fast. Oh fuck yeah, it's right, right. It's I've been playing it. I got like I said, I got those points you can get like from just playing games and dailies, and then you can cash them in for like a ultimate card or gold card or $5 or $10 towards a game or whatever. I got 8,711 points. Not the points, not the game points, like the points to get what I'm talking about. Yeah. So I think I need 3,000 more if I want to get a card. 1978. I said 76, 77. But I was guessing, even if I got the right date out, I was not right. Wouldn't know anyway. Yeah, the that cartoon, I never, it was never on where I lived. There's so many things that people talk about, man. Oh, blah, blah, blah. I'd be like, I didn't watch that when I was a kid. We didn't have that, like, Canadian fucking TV, man. I don't know. I was on the tail end of where TV was really controlled by the government. It wasn't like communism, but we had a rule that you had to have so much Canadian content, and so you couldn't watch everything because they'd only our Canadian networks would only buy so many American shows and show them what they thought we would like. So we missed out on everything. Back in 1978, what cartoon would I have been watching? I really can't remember. What was the best Canadian show? The Trailer Park Boys. There was no good show before that. There was a show called The Littlest Hobo. My dad was his best friend at the time wrote a script for the show. It's like, whoa, that's big. Uh, there was nothing. Like, what can I tell you? Did you see that Harrigan on the R Team video? Harrigan. That's a Canadian TV show. He came to my hometown for St. Patrick's Day parade when I was like about 14 years old. I used to make fun of my best friend at the time. His name was Wayne. He didn't do it on purpose. That's just the way he dressed. Even before we even watched the show, he dressed just like the hitchhiker, and Wayne was always hitchhiking, but he didn't have those adventures, but or those stories to tell. But yeah, I used to like that quite a bit. And so did my friend Wayne that I used to tease, and I used to call him the hitchhiker. He had the same fucking hair, not the face, but the same fucking hair, coat, blue jean jacket, the pack. But yeah, another one I liked, I didn't mind, was, oh, what the hell was it? Ray Bradbury's Theater. A lot of it had some crap, but there was some good ones, like the Butterfly Effect, where the guy goes back to hunt of dinosaurs in the past, and he screws up and comes back, and everything's just fucked when he comes back. It's not the same. Yeah, they had some pretty good ones, but a lot of them were garbage, garbage. At least to me. I mean, you might have loved them, but and a lot of other people probably did. But to me, there was only a small, small, small handful. Maybe I was expecting too much, maybe because I was so used to enjoying like Twilight Zone, Outer Limits. Ray Bradbury was not even close to that, but he was his own thing, I guess. He was in the same ballpark, but I found him a little more tame. He used to have that where you in the show and they'd show him coming into the room, and it's all full of all this like weird junk, and he's looking around at stuff. Every time I saw the beginning, I always thought he looked like a blind mole, like the mammal, the mole. He just looked like an old mole looking around blind. Even though he wasn't blind, but he looked like that with those glasses, like about that fucking thick. No, no, but I have online. I seen it on YouTube. No, we didn't get that one either. No, man, I remember when I was watching a couple episodes of that a few years ago, I was like, man, why did we not get any of this stuff? But I have some cousins like that lived in the city, 2 hours away, Toronto size city, Kitchener. That actually was called Kitchener. It still is. um, and they got to see some of these shows you were talking about because they lived in the city. They had way more channels than our little 13. because they had I don't know, like at least 20 channels back then. Because I remember we'd go down for a visit when I was little, and I'd watch. When I was younger, I remember the first time I ever saw Creep Show was down in Kitchener, and I was just like, "What the fuck's this?" So we don't get this at home. And then a friend of mine, years and years later, he had a satellite dish, and he used to be able to watch the Creep Show and all that. And I used to go to his place sometimes on weekends in the summer. I used him. I wouldn't lie. I'm not lying. I used him because I wanted to watch the Creep Show. So I'd hang out with him for the whole weekend just to watch the Creep Show. Yeah, it's not like I didn't like him, but I would have had other friends I'd rather would have hung out with. But man, I wanted to watch that so bad. Tales from the Dark Side, yeah, George A. Romero. I used to watch that grade 7 and 8 faithfully every day. I'd come home from school, grade 7 and 8. I'd have about 15 minutes by the time I get home because I used to walk. We didn't have buses, just a small town. I'd have about 15 minutes to get home. And then by the time I get home, the show would be on in 15 minutes. So I'd have like 15 minutes to like make a snack, go downstairs, turn the TV on. It was just me, always just me before everybody came home. And they didn't come home for like about another 2 hours. And just me, peanut butter sandwich or something, and Tales from the Dark Side. Yeah, yeah, I liked the intro of that Monsters. That was pretty cool. Hold on. There you go. Thought you were outside barking at the ducks. Hey, I probably already asked this, Travis, but if I did, sorry. Did you ever see, or did you ever watch any of that Masters of Horror? And they have like all these random video or yeah, well, random like episodes, and they'd be written by guys like John Carpenter, George A. Romero. I like the one called Moonface. That was pretty cool. There was a couple I didn't really give a shit about, but some of them are really good. I thought a couple of them were a little political. I didn't like. Yeah, Masters of Horror. Another one where they kept somebody has a captured angel, like from heaven, and they're like doing bad things to it, and they get fucked up for doing this in the end. But it was pretty cool. No, no, I never heard of that, and I definitely would have remembered that. No, we used to get shitty cartoon shows like fucking Astro Boy. I got two questions for you, Lewis, and I know you're gonna know what I'm talking about. Did you? Sorry, I got three for you. One, did you ever collect? Because I did as a kid. Did you ever collect the Planet of the Apes comic books? Actually, I got a few more for you. Did you ever? Another one. Did you ever collect the Planet of the Apes baseball cards? You know, they weren't baseball. They were like hockey baseball card, but it'd be the scenes of the movie. And did you? What other one that I was going to ask you about? Did you ever see the cartoon? And did you ever watch the TV series? I remember the one that I never forgot when I was a kid, where the little boy ape, the chimpanzee ape, he overheard what the one of the generals or whatever said, and he was going to, or he had to, something that he could get the general in trouble, and the general climbed up to chase him up on the branch, and he chopped the branch, and then the little boy fell, broke his back, and died. It was a boy ape, like a chimpanzee, and then when they found out the truth, all the apes were saying, "Ape shall not kill ape." Ape shall not kill ape, and they all surround the gorilla and they kill him for what he did. I used to watch that TV show at my grandparents because I used to live with them when I was really little. I used to watch that faithfully. I had the comic books, the baseball cards. I for Halloween, remember those little plastic masks? I remember I had in little co- fireproof, supposedly fireproof costume. I had the Planet of the Ape one. I remember I also had the Frankenstein one. It was like a whitish looking mask and scars and the bulbs. Those old fucking costumes. That was it. Either you made your own or you bought that. But yeah, I probably somewhere in a box. I probably have a handful of those friggin' Planet of the Apes baseball cards. I call them baseball cards because that's the shape they are. But they wasn't like Planet of the Apes holding baseball bats. And I probably got a couple of those comics sticking around, kicking around somewhere. But yeah, Planet of the Apes was such a big part of my life. Oh God, I had the horse. It had like the batteries in it and like walk. And you put your soldier on it, and it just like walk for a bit, and the soldier always fell off. Walk for a bit, the soldier would fall off. I was back. I think that Christmas I got that and the Evil Knievel with the bike where you pulled the string and away you went, or pulled the cord and away you went. I think I got that and Steve Austin for that Christmas. Oh, that bummed me out, man. In 2000, that bummed me out so bad. I heard. Okay, I'll tell you two movies that bummed me out. That one and um, Dawn of the Dead remake that got was made in Toronto. Now okay, I told you all how hardcore I was growing up as a Planet of the Apes fan. So I was like so pumped for that movie, right? And within 20 minutes, I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" It was a disgrace, a complete fucking disgrace, because they were running around like fucking chimpanzees, like what? Like I mean, they took the humanish element out of them because the whole it just it had some neat things. Like I mean, yeah, the statue of of Abraham Lincoln looking like an ape. Okay, that yeah, okay, little tiny thing, but it was garbage. Like they could, if they went with the original looking type of apes, like had them stand upright and all that shit, could have used the same cast. They would have been good instead of making the female, that female Sarah. That was not right. Looked terrible. They have to look like Cornelius and Sarah and Dr. Zaius, and they got to look like them. They can't change that look. They can modify a little bit, but no way, man. They just ruined it. And for people like you, like that's like kind of like I don't know, maybe that's the first time you get into it and you see it, and it's like, oh yeah, well, I thought it was pretty cool. But if you grew up on it like me and Lewis, well, maybe Lewis likes it. I can't speak for him. Personally, I was very somewhat offended by it, man. And same with Dawn of the Dead. When they did that remake, I saw the zombies running. That's a no-no. That's George Romero's number one no-no. Zombies don't run. And I was like, oh, here we go. Um, the story and stuff, it would have been, I could have handled it all if they just didn't have those goddamn zombies running. Running zombies, no, absolutely not. And then you could say, well, how come you really like Return of the Living Dead and all that? Because that's different. Um, the George A. Romero story is more serious, like what kind of like The Walking Dead. It's like real. The Return of the Living Dead's a little more comedy, and so I can give it so I can handle the zombies running, because a lot of the scenes that you see in Return of the Living Dead, the comedy scenes, that would never happen in real life. Like I mean, if that was going on, but Shaun of the Dead. Okay, I know you didn't write that. I'm just saying, Shaun of the Dead. That's another one that has like comedy zombies. I didn't like that at all. And I might be the only one that doesn't like it because everybody else loves it. I didn't like it. I thought I would kind of get a kick out of it because I can handle a little comedy with my zombies. I enjoyed, like I told you, Return of the Living Dead. Oh, Shaun of the Dead was bad for me. Didn't work at all. Did not work at all. God knows if they ever come out with another good zombie movie, but hey, they've made enough of them, I guess. You can only go so far, right? It's like I love zombie video games. Like if they come out with a new one and it's good, like I'm right there. But I see a lot of people if you like say like go like I know you're at least I remember Randy actually telling me you're a big Reddit guy. Well, I'm not a big Reddit guy, but I go there. I'm on Reddit, and there's a lot of people saying no more zombie games, no more zombie games. They're just tired of them, but not me. Like if it's a good one, man. Like Resident Evil, when they first came out, they're great, and they kind of like sawed off a bit to me at least, and I think a lot of other people. Oh, you got banned from Reddit? Right on. Oh, I like your dark side. You're like this really smart, super intelligent, fucking down to earth, really cool guy, and you got these like really nice calm videos. But remember, I know you from the fucking eating pizza with your pinky and upsetting your audience. And you had that. I went through the comments of all the people fucking shitting on you. You think you're so good eating your pizza like that? And I was like thinking, what the fuck's wrong with these people? He's doing this. He's just doing this. He doesn't eat like that all the time. And I knew right away I can get along with this guy because you were just playing with him like a fucking puppet. Oh, yeah, I just got one account, and I don't like comment on a lot of stuff. Like I usually just go there for like a video game thing or something, just to see an answer. And like I don't even have. I think I only have like about 120 karma or whatever they call it. That's how much I use it. Where I know Randy, like when I used to like talk to him all the time, like fuck, his life really involves around he just really likes people to sub to his Reddit, to his Instagram, to his I don't have Instagram or any of that shit, or his YouTube, and mostly Twitter. He's really into Twitter. I wonder what he's up to. I should go. I got another computer upstairs there. I actually got two of them. I should go log into him one day and just go look at his channel because uh, see what he's been up to. But like, this is what his channel is. I'm not putting him down. I'm just the truth, honest to God. He I think it's a plan to get people to sub to him. I could be wrong, but he attacks people and he attacks popular people, and I think that's how maybe he gets a few subscribers. He's always attacking people like Lady Gaga, celebrities. He's always going at celebrities, politicians, people where there's a lot of audience, a huge amount of audience. Yeah, I have no idea what Randy's doing. I don't even look at his channel or nothing. Last time I looked at his channels back when you and I were talking about him almost a year ago. No, I'm like last I heard about him was like when me and him were talking. He sold his house and he was moving in with an ex female police officer. Sorry, a female ex police officer and her husband, and they were good friends of his. And he was going to rent a room off of them, and he was going to let me know and everything got back. And then I think I upset him because of the next video I did during that time while he was gone was I don't think he liked me showing that stuff on Twitter of all those attacks of Randy attacking the fighting with the Lady Gaga people. I think that kind of burnt the bridge, to be honest with you. I thought about like how could we have so many deep conversations and he shows me pictures of his mother dying and stuff. I wouldn't show him something like that, but somebody else like that, but he was showing me some pretty personal stuff, and so I was wondering how you could turn a switch off like that, and then I realized that I think I really embarrassed him maybe with the Twitter thing, showing people how he acts, because when you see his YouTube channel, he's like a nice guy, and then you see those Twitter things, and it's like, who's this vicious monster? And he's fighting with children, like teenagers and stuff. Oh yeah, he's he's pretty loyal to the live streaming. He likes doing that. God love him for it too. I mean, do what you like. He really enjoys that. Like he's not doing it to become like the next YouTuber or whatever. He has a handful of friends like how I do, and he likes talking to them. And oh, I don't hate the guy. I'm a little disappointed in him because it's like you should have told me, like, be a man. Say, hey man, don't put stuff like that up there. I mean, it's funny to you and everybody else, but I don't want people seeing that on my Twitter stuff I say on Twitter. You could have, there's lots of ways to go around things. Like I'm not like, oh, I'm all offended, so I'll put more of you up. But yeah, like I mean, if me and him hardly talked at all, and then I threw something up with his Twitters, and then I'd be like, oh yeah, yeah. But I didn't think there'd be a big deal because like we were so open with each other, and I didn't do it to hurt him. I never did any video to hurt him, other than where you see that piece of dog shit. It's like, we found great Randy's grave marker. Yeah, that's a slap in the face for him because he's an asshole for that, for what he did. But no, I don't hate the guy, but fuck, man, he should have just been a man and said, fucking, hey, don't do that. I don't want people seeing me fighting with teenagers on Twitter. I would have been like, no problem, man. Sorry, we'll do it again. And never once did he say, I don't want you put me in any of those R team videos. And there was you've seen how many there was many of him in the R team, and we had chats. Randy and I probably chatted about 2-3 nights a week on Skype and shit. So you think he would have said something once during those almost 2 years? No, and he'd always bring me. I hardly ever. I'd say out of every 10 times we Skyped, 2 times I'd ring the bell for him. Any other time, once my Skype was on, within 2 minutes, beep, 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 beep. There's Randy. Hey, pal, what's going on? He'd, hey, Randy. But like I said, I don't. It's pretty. I don't even dislike him. I just leave it at sort of neutral. I don't have any dislike for him. Disappointment, yeah, but I know him, man. He's deep down. He's a good guy. He's a good guy. Yeah, I think it's the pills. Remember, you and I were talking before, and I mentioned to you about the pills, and he's on these pills and shit. I think a lot of that is those pills probably, you know, do that with the mood swing. 1 minute he's paranoid, and 1 minute he's really sorry, and next minute he's mad, and then he's back to Randy, and then he's happy, and then he's sad. Because you watch some of his live stream videos, and he can have a video for an entire Friday, say, where he's just happy and he's showing you stuff he's collected. He's just showing you things, just sharing part of his life with you. And then you can tune in next Friday and he's all depressed and he's talking like this, and he's lonely and he wants a girlfriend and he hasn't had a girlfriend in like 5 or 10 years, and he doesn't know why women don't like him, and he can't win on the lottery, and he's upset that he spends money when he knows he's not going to win. And who wants to hear that? What do you mean? You wonder how he would react? You mean me to pop in right now, like as in today, or because like I used to pop into his live streams all the time? And oh, okay. To be honest with you, this is what he'd do. He'd be, "Hi, pal, how are you?" And I think he would be very civil. but the friendship wouldn't come back. But I think he would not be. I don't think he would block me. I don't think he'd kick me out. I think as long as I was civil, I think he would just talk back and, "Hi, how are you?" That's what I think because he's not an asshole. Maybe he's not an asshole, and the other thing is he's a coward, and that's the truth. So I don't think he would be like he wouldn't say anything. The worst he would do aggressively would just click block or kick me out or whatever. But other than that, no. Okay, yeah, you have a good one, man. Enjoy work. We'll talk to you next time. I'm probably not going to be on for much longer anyway here. Gonna head her out. It's getting close to making something for supper. Yeah, it's good to see you, Travis. I was hoping to see him the last two times, but he wasn't around. That's pretty crazy. You got Bucky coming in here now. Leaving Lewis. Lancier, Canada. He's been here quite a few times before. Yeah, that's for sure. Thoughts from the grave. Well, I could go back to doing that football thing to somebody else. Oh, shit. I remember this.
Oh, what the fuck? We don't have the go ahead. Oh, fuck you. Fuck you, go ahead. Grab the fucking gate. Jesus Christ.
Hit the wrong button. You are dead.
Hold up. It ain't easy breaking away or being a great. Slamming the door, I'm talking the gate. Put the song and stuff like me across the face. In a incremental work later, time that I ate. Fuck with my little face. But ain't gonna go on, big son told me about the game. 20 years later, no one name. Crowd and louder, back to the spot. They hack me through an underground, head down to the top. Funny style, I really So the football will be at the
Let's
25
run
yard
that
line
up a bit.
as this offense gets set to take it. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. He works his way through there, second down. The numbers for Sanders last week: 18 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. That's 10 touchdowns on the season for him on the ground. And in a meeting with the coaching staff, they did share with us that one of their goals for the year was for him to get in at least 10 times. And that wraps up his whole trying to get 20 overall on the team. From the 29, Hurts.
Walking through it right to him.
Yeah, I like my stuff. This ain't rap. It's week 12 of the 2022 season. Coming up, we've got Andy Rock. Last pick. Now it's about 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Packers and the Eagles under the light on Sunday night. Open back in 2003. Have a look at the link. So this offense will head back out there already in excellent field position for its clean reception. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Oh,
That's going to wind up. And despite injuries like these, Charles, these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection.
I thought I'd have that.
That just shows the depth that they have. Guys who are serious about being ready.
All right. Slants. I like slants.
This team has a
Here we go.
Opening series, they said they had certain players that looked like a well-designed play to give them their top. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive.
Oh, should I run it up or? Runner with Sanders.
Here, this is another team leading its division, but not making a Super Bowl run. So this game
Didn't get much there.
and he'll take this ahead for about second down coming up. The numbers for Sanders last week: 18 carries, 76 yards, and a touchdown. 10 touchdowns on the season for him, and I don't know whether these goals are written down. I don't know whether they're discussed amongst the team, but I do know this. Every guy who touches the ball for
Let's try this throw.
takes 10 touchdowns, a nice round goal to try and reach the season. To throw on 2nd and 6, Hurts.
Got it.
It's right side.
Nice throw. Nice catch. Nice play. All right. I think best to go for the halfback slam. In the middle. First down. Oh, I ran it. They got a star dude there. Fucker lost a yard. Yeah. I'm walking to throw it to. There he is. There he is. He's got her. Okay, I need a slants. I love slants. Little slants. 3rd down. 2 yards to go. There. He's got her. He's got her. Oh, yeah.
It's connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
Nice.
Short passing game there early on first quarter.
Very nice. We're going to go with slants again. Range almost the 20-yard line. Oh, he's right. Oh, fuck. Oh, he sacked me. He fucking sacked my ass. I was waiting and waiting for that right moment. And I waited too long. Okay. We're going to get that one.
After the first down sack, Hurts. This will be caught by Bryant. Will be taken down here just shy of the 30.
You don't want to do slants. They're going to catch on to that. Let's try this.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Hurts to throw.
Oh, right on, Gunner. That was awesome. I love him.
And QBs love to make that throw, and he hooked up there.
Let's try to run her in a few yards.
17 now. Here's a first and they go back to the ground with Sanders.
Right over him. 5 yards. That's not bad.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Another run here with Sanders.
Fuck, we ain't getting nowhere.
They'll say no gain on the play there. Now will be 3rd down.
Going back to slants.
As he understands what he can snap. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking.
Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. That's enough out of you.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season. If you're a country player, you can really dread them depending on your point of view. And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to play these games because you would get two contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready.
Let's try to run her up a bit. Good slants. Oh, that's enough.
That streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Yo, he got it.
here in the first half. Picking down, any down, even third down. No problem. They get a connection there and pick up the down. Continue to move the ball.
Oh, maybe we'll run it up a bit more.
A 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. On first down, Hurts.
It's enough.
Versus certain and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's tight curl, tight sharp throw route. Again, so you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you can curl a bit wide to get to that
Nice. Yeah.
So many times in my career, I know coaches talk about completions or what.
Vote now supper in a bit. It's not time yet.
The catch and we get guys on the ground. If you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. He's snapped back around the 28.
Fuck.
Here's shot
I got
again.
shot.
We got time, fight him free and get it quarterback. When he shot in, see, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they are running back into the backfield, no one could stop him. Well, you say they diagnosed that play perfectly because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right.
There you go.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the call first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it perfect 3 for 3 to start. Hurts.
There we go. Another touchdown. 3 of them.
Sensational start for this offense, Charles. 3 drives, 3 passing touchdowns. Is that what gives you a perfect game of baseball? Who could do it in football? I think you can do it here. The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. As this offense takes the field and you're looking drive the second half, Charles, remember that first half. Good through the air, really all around an outstanding offensive performance. Absolutely. Every end zone several times.
Nice. First down.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know their perfections in one thing. They had to run the good song on first down. Line of scrimmage to 37 on first and 10. Throwing is Hurts.
Oh, almost.
Played in the defense too, really, but they're sitting at 10-0 now on the year. 4-0, 5-0, that's nice. But once you start hitting double digits with these wins and even losses, I think the seriousness of the situation, it just has to ramp up. Yeah, when you do say 10-0, it can scare you as a team.
Going with the slants. We're going with the slants.
Just about a foregone conclusion. So now they have to down focus their thoughts about getting home field advantage and finishing unbeaten.
Another first down.
While we may be looking at this scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down. Even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter, I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. themselves. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Looking for A.J. Brown again. He's got it again.
5 yards.
The kicker is in from the short field, but now let his quarterback get the ball quickly to it. Or either guy in coverage could react.
Going back with the slant.
Inside 4 minutes to go. From the 36, Hurts.
He's got her.
Inside it's Smith. He's over the number 26. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Whatever the discussions were at time to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point. You have a vision right now.
See if we can run her down a bit.
Just be
First.
torn in shreds or be those all surface tackles because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Nice.
And they got it in the red zone.
7 yards there for that run.
Solid run with a 2nd and 3. Running those right at Premier in the first half was able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Can't keep doing slants, so they're going to be ready.
7 up first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll look to throw. He finds his tight end. That's complete. That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, hit to the quarterback's line.
Let's go with slants.
And put the down marker back to 1. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. Fires the quick slant. A.J. Brown's got it.
2 inches. I thought I got a 1st down. I wasn't. Inches. Well, let's run it in.
They keep making the connection. It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And it's able to get it down at 2 yards.
1st down.
It's a 4-yard pickup and it sets up 1st and goal. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground with his feet.
Well, let's keep running.
Yeah, they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from the lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin.
There we go. Touchdown.
Touchdown of the year. And the Eagles take the field goal and convert it into 6 points.
28-3.
So this offense will head back. Excellent field position thanks to the interception.
Try that.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
Gunner. Right on.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Should just, maybe I'm going to try to run that in. 2 and 2. Shit. 3 and 3 now.
As he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty, but when it doesn't, it can be ugly. But in this case, loss of yardage ugly. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And pass goes down.
Stupid computer. Getting beat by a human.
After this is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia.
We're going with the slants. We're going with the slants.
Now back to throw. So the sideline clutch doesn't get around him.
Excuse me.
Only a yard of the completion and 2nd and goal. Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there. Did you see how his toes get down?
Go with slants.
Get him down. What did he get out of it? He's so he just had no stake. I mean, what is it, 1 yard? Yeah, if you played like that, you at least expect the first down there, just 1 yard.
Oh, yeah. 34-3.
Yeah, he has been fun to watch throwing the football this way, and certainly not fun for our defense. Well, their defense did the job. They got the turnover on downs. Now, what can the offense do as they take possession?
All right, let's do this. 35-3.
Shotgun snap with it. Running room scarce here. He's got to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. They're calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And that run was memorable for only one reason. There's actually no place to run with the football. No gaps, no creases, no gain. Eventually, nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts.
Oh, yeah. Nice.
50 catches for now in the year. He's got a first down. Nothing but praise from me for this offense. They have been tremendous all night long. What they had to do to block defense?
Just run her down.
This has been a master class in offensive football. Yes.
Here we go.
And the Eagles have a revenue on their sides.
42-3.
Already at the line is Philly offense. Really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. They've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they'd like to keep that streak going here and continue to pull it on. And things have gotten that way in the
3 yards. That's it.
Right? Yeah. People continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out of this one. But the way this game is going, they get awfully happy with their execution.
Oh, 3 inches. That was close. Let's fuck them up with some slants.
The Eagles on third. Can't be better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're looking at third and a few inches.
Oh, interception. Oh, no. Hold on. Go.
Okay, so let's face it. Who's happy with this part? Fantasy guys, right? The Eagles offense set to begin the next drive. And they just continue to roll right along. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. They start on the ground here in Sanders. He is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line.
2-minute warning. I gotta go pee.
So team football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they're going to throw this one away.
Oops.
Second down, back to Sanders. He'll be marked down at the 26, 7. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive game. Just keep that clock ticking.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Back to throw.
Nice.
Taken in by Pascal Wentz.
Wow, that was good.
16 of an Eagle first down. This one probably not the close game you would expect. Hope to see it 5 times today.
42 to
That
10.
wasn't their intent preparing for this one. They said to put up some points, and my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national audience.
Yeah, they
2 and 3.
They've been dominant in some.
Try that again.
You certainly are now seeing this type of victory.
Pretty close to that first down. There we go. We got it. There we go. 34 yards. My running back. That's pretty good with the running back.
Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines. Let's close this one out.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll go again with Sanders. Get up there, it'll be 2nd and 8. The Eagles going to take the first of their drives. That'll leave them with back after this.
42 to 10.
Couple here, 2nd and 8. Sanders. And now they're inside it. And at the 9. Now another timeout call. That'll leave them just in this 4th quarter of play. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got it. Third and 2. Now a timeout call. Stop it as we step aside.
Yes. Oh, lose that. Okay, well, goodbye, bro. Hey, what the hell's wrong with my camera? Oh, it's the sun. Reason my camera's like that because of the sun. And I just got a touchdown. Maybe it's God. Got to close that curtain. I didn't realize that because I forgot I was on here. Yeah, I better fix that right now. Boy, that's pretty wild. That's a little better. Oh, Lou, I don't know if you like football or not. I don't think you do because you talked about. The only time I ever heard you talk about football is when you're describing the Planet of the Ape helmet. Yeah, I like football. That was pretty cool that you popped in, Lou. I didn't think of anybody that would pop in. No offense, just didn't think that you'd ever pop in. Just didn't think that was for you. But thank you very much. I do enjoy talking to you, and you're a pretty cool guy. Very knowledgeable master of horror. That's what you are. Master of horror. I think of myself as a lover of horror and very knowledgeable. But guys like you and Kevin, you guys are really our masters of horror. It's not because of how much collection stuff you have. It's just your knowledge, your passion, your love. I'm a above above fan. I don't know what you call me. I like to collect. I know I have some knowledge. I'm not stupid, but you and Kevin, you guys are masters of horror. I guess that's the best way to put it. Fuck, I got these new curtains, brand new ones. I got to put them up. Really big and dark. I hate those fucking ones. Let me check something there. A fucking dog better not be coming back down here bugging me for fucking food because I told her go up, I go up. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Check that. Well done. Yeah, I don't even know if you're there or not anymore, Lewis. I don't think you are because you said up to say goodbye. But if you are there, I'm not joking. You really are a fucking master. At least for your sort of era. Kevin's like all the way back with what you like. And he knows stuff for like the brand new movie that comes out 2023. He knows them all. Fuck that guy spent a lot of money on masks. He's got some pretty cool ones. Hope he's got like a kid or a nephew to pass them down to because you die. Holy shit, that's a lot of masks. The guy must have like $25,000 worth of masks. Yeah, I'm glad I met you guys because I really enjoyed watching videos from you and Kevin. But for the horror, for anything that has to do with horror, there's three people I watch regularly, and it's you two guys and this other guy. It's called Horror Me Up. He's more into Chucky. I'm not a gigantic Chucky fan by no means. I think I only saw the first one, maybe even the first two. But this guy, just his passion and stuff. I don't know. And he's got some other stuff besides Chucky, but I like his videos too. Horror it up. But yeah, his main thing is Chucky. Yeah, I never got into Chucky too much. It's not like I didn't like him, but for Chucky, he's definitely not near the top for my villains, my villain villains. That's more. Let's see if there's anybody in the room. Nope. Just I'm all alone. Just me. Do 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 do. You can ask faith for gold. Well, yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Bob, there you are, man. Sorry, man. I was playing my game. Let me turn that off. Just 1 second. Yeah. How's it going, man? I can almost smell your plants from here. I was just fucking around. I think within the half hour, I was thinking about going upstairs. I got some nice deli ham sliced on number one from Metro. I like it nice and thin. Some real slices of cheddar cheese. Some fucking some nice fresh bread. It's gonna have just something simple. And two ham and cheese sandwiches. That's what it's gonna do. I don't know. Actually, man, I'm sure you like pizza like those, but I never talked too much about pizza. Other than back in the crazy rabbit days. When you and Darcy, you're still with Darcy, right? I imagine you are. I can't picture you guys are broken up. You guys are pretty tight all the time. Where I seen you, because like I remember when I came back. I came back to Napanee, and Dave Hogan stopped dealing, and he said, "Do you know Bob Kelsey?" And I said, "Yeah, but I might need an intro. 'Cause I haven't seen Bob in fucking forever." And he introduced us. Awesome, man. Then he introduced us, and then I remember you and I were doing that thing where we'll see Joe. And then you told me one day, "Hey, man, just 1 second, Bob." You told me something about a lot of you've been doing a lot of thinking in your life, and you had a lot of you got you were at that age where you had to set your priorities right, and you said that you're going to get out of the. This is back then, and I don't know, I don't think you might. Yours is legal now. You can deal to people here and there, but You told me you said you're gonna get out of the dealing drugs and shit, and you wanted to get more serious with Darcy, and she didn't like the future of you being a drug dealer, and didn't want to be with you if you're gonna be like a selling drugs, and that was your only main goal. And you told me that you loved her, and said, "Sorry, man, she's more important, and you have to find somebody else to get you dope from." But you told me, you could set me up with anybody. But right around the same time, Dave Hogan got right back into it, so I just went back to Dave. Yeah, I remember you telling me all that. That's pretty cool. Yeah, because you're like fucking a real big. You're like controlled Japanese, and then you just said, "Fuck it, man. I ain't doing this shit because if I keep doing it, my old lady's gonna fucking move on without me, and I love her." And that's what you did. And you just told me straight up, "Hey, man, fucking gotta go with her." It's not like I ain't gonna quit smoking. I just can't fucking be dealing it and stressing her out, worrying that I'm gonna go to jail and kids getting all stressed out. And that's not a fucking life that she wanted. And so you had two choices. You picked the one that you got that went the way it goes right now. You're with her, happy. You guys have been together quite a while. I don't know if you had one week after Becky, but I remember you were with Becky, and then the next one was Darcy. I don't know if you had another one or any more before that. Those ones, but 21 fucking years, eh? That's a long 21 years. That is a long time. 10 years is a long time. 21. Yeah, I remember last time during all that time there where you were still dealing, I was at your place there and Darcy was there and that uh, Gail, Gail from she used to work at the Paisley. She came in to buy something off you. And I said, why does she look familiar? And you're like, oh, don't you remember Paisley Gail? She used to be a bartender there or a waitress there. I was like, that's where you are from. And you're like, oh, fuck yeah. And he goes, another one that buys dope off me. He goes, you're like that with your thumb. He said, Jackie Stallone. He says, you remember her? And I said, oh, fuck yeah. She's like your brother Gordy Foster and all that. And he's like, yeah. And he said she married or is with some really big tough guy now. Like, kind of gave me the impression that he could beat you up pretty good if you fucked with him. Yeah, you were fucking taking care of everybody in that penny back then. Every from guys like me for a couple grams to people looking for what I buy now on res ounces. Yeah. Yeah, you and I sure got along. I remember with fucking like I told you a zillion times, your brother Gord, me and Gord got along. He was a year older than me, a grade ahead of me, and he's like, we got along for the whole year. He's like, you wait till my little brother Bob shows up. He goes, you guys are gonna get along. He goes, I just know it. He goes, you guys are definitely gonna get along. And then I always rolled a joint every morning for you and me. And there was other guys. There was like Joe Bong, Larry Clark, Wayne Young might be there, Leonard Foster, maybe Corey. It was always you and me if there was nobody else. And I remember you said that one time. You said, "Oh man, for like for the whole fucking my first fucking year of high school, you had a joint of oil." I'm sure we didn't do it every single day, obviously, but yeah, yeah, I know what you meant. I was like, "Fuck, where's Bob? Yeah, come on, man. We go over to the baseball diamond to the bleachers and off to class or whatever we would be doing. Go do our own thing. We'd split up. You'd go do your thing. I'd go do mine. See you later, Bob. Do you remember we even talked a few times on the phone when I was living in Desperado and you were in New I called you on the phone a couple times. Probably cost me about $2 to call you a couple times, but I called you a couple times on the phone in Newburgh. Yeah, I liked you quite a bit. I like this guy. He's cool. But then I don't know how we kind of something happened where we separated. Like it wasn't any issues. I guess I think you kind of it might have been the Becky thing. No, because before Becky, you weren't really hanging around too much. Yeah, yeah, I remember all that stuff. I remember stuff I want to remember because it was good times. Like I remember, and stuff I do remember is real. It's not like, yeah, what the hell's Jody talking about? No, we did smoke a joint all the time. Fucking yeah, Leonard and Gordy. I remember they liked you. They thought you were a pretty good guy, younger guy. You didn't cause no shit. You didn't weren't like this guy that came in and bragged to try to fit in. You were just there. It worked out cool. Yeah, well, that's right. We had a blast. We all did. I just don't remember what happened where we kind of stopped hanging out. I don't know. It might have been because I was working, and that might have been when I started working at. Yeah, that probably was part of it. 'Cause I started working at a pizzeria when I was 17. And I met you, I think, when I was 16. Then by the time I was 18, I remember I was really working a lot, not hanging out with a lot of people because I was saving up for a Corvette. My mom told me if I saved like $2,000 and the car was worth 7 or 8,000. She said if I saved $2,000, she'd co-sign for me, but she wasn't going to co-sign for it. And my dad said was totally against it. I'm not fucking. You know. But my mom did. I saved. She told me to save up 2,000, and when I had like 1,200, she was like, "Well, we better get that car before it's." Oh, mom. Yeah, yeah, I don't know what happened. It wasn't. We didn't have no problems. It was kind of like I don't know. I really don't know. I can't explain that. It's like how can you be sitting there, get along great, and then you go on to another chapter in your life. But every time we saw each other, well, if you and I run into each other at Walmart or Metro or whatever, it's always going. That's about it. Yeah, I made the last R team video I made because of course I like Corvettes. I made a little scene in there with a Corvette. Um, see the like I told you before, like you and I we spoke about autism, and you know autism. So the one guy that I do the video with, American Samurai, brother Jeremy has autism. So I do. Jeremy wanted to be in the art team videos, and he asked his brother to ask me, and I said, "Oh yeah." So I wrote Jeremy into the script. So Jeremy, the one with autism, I always make him like the fucking hero, smart and I make his brother, who's like like us, I make his brother like basically the dumb guy. Oh, and the brother with the autism's always right. And I have this scene, right? Um, Uh, I'll send it to you a short clip, but you know the movie Heavy Metal, right? The cartoon. Well, with the Corvette, I did the sort of same thing, but I did my own editing, so it's not like the original, it's my own thing. And Jeremy comes down in the Corvette and outer space, all that shit. Um, just one second here. Actually, just hang with me for a bit. We can still talk here. Let me just put this. I can show you actually. Just because you know that movie Heavy Metal. You know, like I'm sure I know if you didn't, you're gonna go to hell. But I know you've seen Heavy Metal. You know, John Candy, like old voiceovers and shit. Okay, so let me just do this. Jeremy Reader Writer. There we go. And then let me save that to my computer and give it a file name. Jeremy Reader Writer. Okay. Then I have to just do a little preview before I throw it up. Oh, already one, is there? Okay, let me take a look here. It's telling me I already have one saved. Just hang with me. Actually, I gotta come back here in case you said I gotta go. Okay, Bob, if you can wait like 2 minutes, tell me. If you can't, just say I gotta go. Not, I want to show you the heavy metal thing that I'm talking about, but not quite what you. I want to show you what I made because if you've seen the heavy metal movie, okay, you did see the heavy metal movie, right? Because I'm gonna come back and I can't see what you're writing right now. But I'm looking at it here. Okay, is that what I got? There we go. Okay, so then I'm gonna come back to you, and I gotta see. Yeah, yeah, you remember, where the Corvette comes down, the Lochnar, the Eagle. Okay, just hang on, man. You watch this. You're gonna really be impressed at what I made. Okay, I will. Let me. I have to watch this first. Just 1 second. I gotta turn that volume up. Just 1 second. Okay, that's what we say. Okay. Now let me go back here so I don't have the double there. There, we killed that. I don't want the feedback. Okay, get rid of that. The feedback's gonna be gone in a second. The feedback's gonna be gone in a second. Why am I still hearing it? Why am I still hearing it? Oh, I see why. Oh, I see why. All right. I'm still here, Bob. Just hang on. I'm still here, Bob. Just hang on. I don't know why I'm getting that. Let me look, see what the hell I've done wrong here. Why am I getting that double? Oh, I see why. There. That killed it. There we go. Sorry about that fucking echo. I'm I can do a little bit of shit here and there, but fucking not Mr. Super Know Everything. Sometimes I fuck up. Okay. Now I can show you this. Sorry for this delay. I had to like put it through. Okay, so now we come back here. How do I do that? Where is that? Oh, I gotta do it like that, do I? Okay, here we go. Hang on, dude. There we go. Okay, just bear with me. I gotta go back here to see if you're still here. Okay, you're still there. I'll show you. But it's worth showing you. I was gonna do this anyway. It's just downloading. I gotta do it back here in a minute. Yeah, those videos, you should put more of them up on YouTube. More and more and more. I get this one buddy. His name's Stanky Dank. He's from Pittsburgh. If he pops in when you're on, I'll set you guys up to fucking sub back and forth to each other. He does a lot of live streams. He's always doing bongs and pale tokes, and he's right into fucking subbing to toker channels. I'm surprised he hasn't fucking popped on. Maybe he's working or something, but yeah, I'm gonna show you this any second now. I'm just waiting for this. Here we go. long's it going to take? Like 2 minutes. All right, it's all done, I think. Yeah, it is done. I'm just going to pick the photo. Yeah, if like I said, like I'm gonna go back to this so I can see you. Yeah, so you remember the movie Heavy Metal? It was like a cartoon, and then it started off, like this guy comes out of space in a Corvette and he lands on Earth, and then it's like the Lochnar, it's like this green ball. And then there's like all these like really cool fucking stories. And these people that are doing the voices, it's like John Candy, Eugene Levy, all the SCTV guys. It's fucking amazing movie. It came out I think like late in the 80s, eh? Oh fuck it, it's a good movie. I haven't seen it in a while, but I watch clips of it every once in a while on YouTube. Like one of my favorite scenes was the short story of Captain Stern, and all these stories are actually you can buy the books in the Heavy Metal series. Oh yeah, they were the funny guys on SCTV, eh? They fucking were huge funny guys. Okay, I'm ready to show you this very shortly. Okay, I'll actually even put it on Facebook for the fuck of it. We're gonna show it to you right in this room. Okay, so I'll get rid of that. I'll get the link and I'll give it to you. Okay, so here's the link. Let me see here. Oh, I gotta go to. Yeah, actually go into the room. Okay, so I'll give you the link here. Hold on here, just a second. Let me go into the room because I'm not in the room. There we are. Now I'm in the room. Okay, so click this link, Bob, and you'll see it in the chat. Click that link, and that's what the video is that I made, and it's in the it's in the St. Patrick's Day Our Team special video, the movie I made. This is a scene. Watch this. That's not clips from the movie. That's something I made myself and just added the music in and shit. Yeah, so you click that link, right? Maybe you're watching it. I don't know. Just I guess it is a couple of minutes long, so that's probably why you're quiet. It's like 3 minutes long. I was just wondering if you got it. Pretty soon I gotta go upstairs and make a ham sandwich. I've been on here for like what? How long have I been on here for? Like 2 hours? Almost 2.5 hours. Jeez. Been on here a long time doing nothing. Just drinking a couple of beer, smoking a couple. He's like that, yeah. Well, that's why I like to make Jeremy the hero. Like he's got like I told you, he's got autism, so I make him the hero. And the other guy that did that alien stuff, that's a guy from out in British Columbia. He was actually in the chat room at the very beginning. Yeah, he did the alien stuff. That wasn't me. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I like making Jeremy the hero. See, when I used to make these R Team videos for a couple of years, Jeremy was my biggest fan. Then one day, Jeremy asked his brother, he's just like, hey, can you ask Cryptic Cowboy if I can join the R Team? And then his brother sent me a message and he's like, I got something to ask you. And he's like, oh, I'm really sorry to ask you this. And I know you're probably going to say no. He's like, but my brother did ask. He's like, my brother wants, is like, he's a big fan of the R Team, blah, blah, blah. And he wants to know if he can join and be part of the R Team. So after I read that, I thought to myself, well, what can I do? And I was just thinking because it kind of knocked things out of whack a bit. And I was thinking, because like the R Team gets beat up, right? I don't want Jeremy getting beat up. So then I got thinking, oh, I got an idea. Well, I just thought to myself, I'll have like Jeremy, I kind of like always be like the smarter and the hero, where his brother's saying, Jeremy, let's do this, and if they do it, it's wrong. And if Jeremy says, Jerry, I just like you saw the Corvette scene. It just makes Jeremy the good guy, and actually, I kind of make his brother look like the dumb one. And I don't know. And their mother watches the videos too, eh? Their mother and father, and their mother like is written comments on some of my videos saying, "Thank you very much," and she's thanked me for making Jeremy look like a hero and all that stuff. They sent me a gift box not long ago. It was about as heavy as a fucking TV. Man, did they ever send me a lot of stuff, books and candies and treats and clothing, hats, a whole bunch of shit. The the postage was like fucking almost $100. That's how heavy it was. Just to deliver it, $100 almost for the postage. I thought it was a fucking TV. It was like, holy fuck. It was like, oh, it wasn't just like lifted up, it's a little heavy. No, it was like almost like you almost need two people. No wonder the postage was like fucking $89 or something like that. And that was American, not Canadian, so that would have been over $100 Canadian. Yeah, well, I've sent them stuff too. I have sent them two things. Also, I've sent them hats and uh, treats and toys and things, but I didn't send them fucking as much stuff they sent me. Like they they sent me the, you know how they have the Black Lives Matter, right? Well, right after that, the cops came out with cops lives matter, whatever, and they have like the blue American flag. Well, their mother's either a cop or works for the cops because they sent me a whole bunch of writing pens that are from New Mexico Police Department. They sent me a fucking blue Police Lives Matter shirt, hoodie. They got fucking, must have cost like about $60, $80. It ain't cheap. Um, so I think I'm guessing their mother must work for the police or she's a cop. Yeah, one hand washes the other. You're kind to somebody, they're kind back to you. Yeah, I've sent out one, two, three, four, five gift boxes out to people. I've received back one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. I make videos for all of them, and I've gotten seven, and they're all from Americans. Yeah, I don't have any. Oh, sorry, one's from a Canadian out west. Sorry. What do you mean? What's going on with Team Canada? Oh, you talking about the sex scandal and how people like Carter Hart and all that won't be playing on the fucking Canadian team? Yeah, 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 yeah. What can you do? I mean, yeah, Cal McCarr, he sure got off on it. Yeah, let's not worry about him. Yeah, he did get off on that, didn't he? They get worried about poor Carter Hart and the rest of them. I don't know. It's a things have changed. Like fucking look at if you don't wear the ribbon, all the sports media and Twitter fucking flips out on you. Look what happened to Provolov and the Stahl brothers and dude from fucking Buffalo. I wouldn't wear the fucking thing either. Nothing against anybody that's gay. It's just you don't need a night for it. I got Irish background and I don't get St. Patrick's Day parades anymore because that's too offensive. I'll be right back. I gotta go pee. All right, let's see what's going on here. Yeah, well, like I'll say one thing about the whole situation is it's not good. I mean, it's not like I'm gonna defend anybody just because if they play on the Flyers. If he's guilty, then yeah, like fuck, man, he should be definitely have the book thrown at him. But they're not. There's like they're not even guilty. That's the thing. They're not fucking guilty. So you can't punish anybody that's not guilty. That's the rules in life. If you're if you're not guilty, you shouldn't be punished. I'm not defend okay, if you're defending if you're against if you're like pro these guys not going, I'm not against you. I'm not like saying like these guys should get away with whatever they did. I'm just saying all I'm saying is you have to be proved guilty before you can give guilty consequences to people. Like I mean, they're not even on a being they're not even being charged. They're accused or sort of thing. They're not officially legally court wise charged going to trial. If they were in that situation, no problem. That's the way life is. That's the way it should be, right? You can't. Let's just say somebody accused you of doing something and you didn't do it. You 100% didn't do it. Then why should everybody in town treat you like shit and then say that you can't do this and you can't do that and you can't go here and you can't go there? And then one day, when this is all done, you were right and they proved that you were innocent. Well, you went through all that shit when you were innocent. Like that's not fair. I think that, and I'm not talking just hockey. I'm talking anything in life. You should never be dragged through the coals until you deserve it. Like I mean, you shouldn't be executed before your trial. You know what I mean? Isn't that fair? You shouldn't be executed before your trial. Yeah, but you got to be proven guilty. That's just me. And you're you and he's he and she's she and they're there and they're them. I'm just my own personal feelings in life is you have to be proven guilty by your peers legally, not on Twitter, not on Facebook, not on YouTube. You have to be legally in the court of law by your country, by your peers, guilty. And then after that, that's like kick them right. You can kick them out of the NHL, and I wouldn't fucking give a fuck. But until then, let's give them the benefit of the doubt because that's the way life is. The benefit of the doubt. You gotta. There's always two sides of the story. There could be a gold digger. Could be one guy did it, the other guys know, and they're covering it up, and that makes them just as bad. It does. You don't have to apologize. You didn't do nothing wrong. This is just a chat video, and I love hockey. No, no, and don't apologize at all, man. Not at all. Definitely don't apologize. I'll fucking talk hockey with you for the next hour if you want. Good, bad. We can talk about the woke. We can talk about the good. We can talk about the bad. We can talk about how shitty my fucking team is. We can talk about my second team, the Leafs, how they're probably going to get beat in the first round again. We can talk about, well, Ovechkin beat fucking Gretzky's record. I don't know anything, man. No, you didn't ruin nothing. Not at all. I just want to say that like people like Carter Hurt and those other kids shouldn't be getting punished before you know we set the we the trial, because I've always believed that you should not be executed before the trial. Like, too many good people in life, man, went to the stake, got their head chopped off for stuff they didn't even do, man. So we're just too we're in a this era now where we just are too quick to judge. How did I become a Flyers fan? That's pretty simple and easy. I was about close to 4 years. We'll say 4 years old. I was living with my grandparents then, and my uncle lived there, and it was Boston and Philadelphia in the finals. And my uncle liked he was like about I think like 14, 15 years old then, maybe 13. He liked Toronto, and my grandfather liked Chicago. They were hardcore original 16 fans. So being hardcore original six fans, they hated Boston. So they were cheering for Philadelphia. And because I was little, I was cheering for Philadelphia because my uncle and my grandpa were, right? Just little, following the crowd. And I got right into it. I loved them. And then the next year, before they won the cup, my grandma, she bought me a Philadelphia jersey. And I have pictures, and I still have the jersey. I still have it. And she bought me a Philadelphia jersey, and then I was like, what, I guess 5, and then Philadelphia won the cup again, and that was it. And then my number that I wear for when I played hockey all my life was 91. The reason it's 91 is every time I look down on it like that, it had my favorite player's number, Bobby Clark. My 91, when I looked down, it said 16. When you look down on it like that, it was 16. Every time I looked down on my number, it was 16, but it was really, obviously 91. That was my tribute to my favorite player, Bobby Clark. Let's talk about the Leafs. Do you think that they will choke in the first round again? Do I? Well, I don't like to use the word choke because they're trying, but I know what you mean by choke. Um, oh God, I don't know, Bob, but if they do, heads are gonna roll. I mean, it's gonna be like medieval France, medieval England. Chop off goes your head. Chop off goes your head. Chop off goes your head. There's gonna be a lot of people gone. Now, okay, as for addicted, there, cool, man. That's probably about my Bobby Clark story. Right on. Thank you. Yeah, Bob and I, we know each other in real life. Yeah, for a long time since I was in grade 10 and Bob was in grade 9. Oh boy, that was long. That was a little more when I didn't have a beard, but it was anything hair I had my face wasn't gray. Playing Tampa, yeah, fuck, man. Tampa's tough. I'm going for the Leafs. Like, they are my second favorite team. I don't try to like say it too much because man, I got some tough teams. I pick my favorite teams Philadelphia and Toronto. I mean, when Philadelphia don't do well, I go with Toronto. And Toronto can't get out of the first round. Philadelphia can't get to the playoffs, and Toronto can't get out of the first round. Thank God for Team Canada. Else I wouldn't have no enjoyment. The big bad Bruins. Wasn't it just you and me talking about the Bruins the other day, Bob? Or was I? Maybe it wasn't when I was live last on YouTube. I'm not quite sure. Maybe it wasn't you and me. The Bruins, the big bad Bruins. Who's going to stop the Bruins? You know what would be a fucking Cinderella fucking story? Imagine if the Penguins beat the Bruins in the first round. because that's if the playoffs were today, because things can change. But look, Matt, and I don't like the Penguins. Look at, but imagine if the Penguins beat the Bruins in the first round, or anybody. Imagine if the Bruins went down in the first round after a amazing season like this. But the thing is, before anybody says that ain't gonna happen, which probably won't gonna happen, but remember, guys, this is the NHL. This isn't the NBA, NFL, or fucking Major League fucking baseball. This is the NHL where for 100 years the shittiest team beat the best team in the first round of the playoffs. And God love hockey, eh? You always got a chance to win. Oh fuck. I grew up not hating the Penguins. Why? Because when I grew up, the Penguins sucked. They weren't even a threat. They were like Washington and Pittsburgh and New Jersey. Not even a threat. A nothing. It was just Rangers, Flyers, Islanders. Rangers, Flyers, Islanders. Right. But then one day, one day, things changed, and the Penguins got Mario Lemieux and Yager, and Philadelphia before Lindros. Philadelphia went really shitty, and then when they got Lindros, we just couldn't beat them. Bob. Brian Lloyd and Aaron Ewens. They're fucking massive Penguin fans. They will put on. We do these little jokes like on birthday on Facebook, and they'll put like a birthday cake of. They'll say happy birthday, and they'll have like a Pittsburgh Penguin birthday cake, and I'll do the same to them with a Philadelphia Flyer one. Yeah, 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 man, that was fucking wild. I think John Tortorella, Philadelphia's coach, I think he was the coach for that for Columbus then. Yeah, when they beat fucking Tampa Bay four straight in the first round. Yeah, but I remember other things too. Like I remember way back when I was a kid, uh, Wayne Gretzky and the Oilers got beaten like 5 games or whatever by like Winnipeg. Like shit like that. Back when they were a powerhouse, and it was like what? Yeah, that's the thing with hockey. It's like I mean, when with baseball and football and basketball, it's almost predictable. Like you don't see the top guys lose to the lower tier, but in hockey, even in pee wee hockey, minor league hockey, you can win if you're the shittiest team somehow can win. Well, when I grew up, the Islanders were spanking a lot of teams. They spanked Philadelphia and they spanked Minnesota and Vancouver, and they won what 4 fucking straight cups till the Oilers had enough of that. They beat the Oilers for their fourth cup, and the Islanders stopped the drive for 5. I didn't like the Oilers. I hated them because I was a Flyer fan and I didn't like Billy Smith. I would have liked him if he was on Philadelphia. What a dirty goalie. He was dirtier than Hextall. But when you look back at it, when you get older, when I was a kid, I didn't like him. I was just a kid when he was playing. But when you get older, then you respect him. But when I was a kid, I fucking hated him. I loved it when Dave the Tiger Williams beat the fuck out of him. Right in his crease, beat the shit out of him. It was in the 1980s Stanley Cup Finals. Islanders won 4 straight, swept Vancouver for the cup. I think it was like 8 or 9 years old. That's pretty fucking young. But I sure loved watching that hockey, man. I didn't care who was in the finals. I was watching it. Then I got older, and I don't. There's quite a few finals I haven't watched. It's no fun when your team sucks, eh? And then when your second team you like loses in the first round over and over and over and over and over. I mean, uh, the only thing I have to look forward to hockey wise is December 26th, my birthday. They have the World Juniors, and not always, but quite often Canada wins. And that's a fun tournament to watch, even if they don't win. I remember when USA was so fucking shitty, man. They'd come in like almost last place every year, and then once it got to about the '90s, fuck, did USA start getting good in hockey? I don't know what they were doing wrong in the '70s and '80s. I guess they didn't care. Hey Bob, do you play your Xbox very much, or is that more for your fucking kid? Because if you do, you should fucking add me. Not that it means anything, fucking. But if you have it and you play, you might as well add me. Or is that your son that has the Xbox? Yeah, that's one thing that don't bug me on my fucking channel is fucking you can talk about hockey and you can say everything that I don't believe in and I wouldn't get mad. I'll argue with you, but I wouldn't fucking kick you out or get mad. You can fucking say whatever you want. I love hockey debates and chat and I just love hockey. Look at there's my fucking masks I used to fucking wear back in the day beside the skeleton. My fucking flag. Bob fucking I don't know. Is your team Toronto or what? Because you're always selling fucking Toronto stuff. I see on Facebook where they got that I seen you selling a whole bunch of stuff that was Toronto related and other things, but Toronto related. So is that your team? I don't think I've ever asked you what the fuck your team is. Because like we all make fun of the Leafs, but a lot of us actually like the Leafs, but we all make fun of them. Unless we're a Montreal fan, then we hate them. Fuck man, I got a lot of Montreal fans like you on Facebook, and fuck do they love when the Leafs lose. Yeah, I've never steered shy from the Flyers. I haven't watched one game this year. I just can't. This was Tortorella's first year. Not a single game, not a period, not. I've seen highlights and shit every night, but I just can't do it. I went through so much in the last few years. I just can't do it. I need a break because the teams made me negative outside of hockey. Uh, I mean, I'm not getting any younger. Like fuck, they're not gonna win the cup when I'm alive. Yeah, well, I can watch. I have satellite dish, so I can watch the Flyers. But uh, uh, the last I used to get the NHL package for about since the '90s, and then they went in the fucking then the COVID came out and they went in the fucking uh special little dome thing there, whatever you called it. And that was the year that my NHL package ran out, so I would have to renew it the next year, right? But when they were inside the dome, they had the whole place covered with uh, BLM, fucking BLM, BLM, BLM. It was everywhere. Black Lives Matter. It was everywhere. No fans, but all on the boards and everywhere. And I was like, fuck off with this political bullshit. Like, I'm not racist. Like, look at, I can tell you one thing. Me and Bob, we grew where we live are Native Americans. They're like fucking next door to us. We're not racist. Like, they're the same as us and we're the same as them. Yeah, we don't have blacks or Asian community around here because where we live, it's a small area. You know, where Avril Lavigne's from, the singer, if you know her. We're from that area, right? She's from our town, high school, same high school. So we're not racist at all when it comes to fucking shit like that. But everything now, when it comes to hockey, it's like they keep saying hockey's for everyone. I can tell you right now, when Bob and I grew up with Native Americans and white people, no Native Americans were never picked on or excluded from playing hockey. If you were non-white and you're in the audience cheering on your son, nobody picked on you. So I don't know where this bullshit's coming from. And if you had some, I never seen it during my day, but I mean, even if you did see a gay hockey player on the team, nobody would have picked on him or beat him up or like when they say it, they just came out with hockey's for everyone. Well, hockey's always been for everyone. The only thing I don't like is if you get drafted, or let's just say you're black, Chinese, whatever, and you get picked ahead of the white guy, and the white guy has more talent, and the other. That's what's happening. I'm worrying about that. I I don't care if you're black and you're better than the white guy. Then I want that better black guy. I want the better player. But don't make it now so that you gotta pick a non-white guy. And then I'm telling you, right around the corner, and it's not far. I don't mean to sound like a dick, but I don't want it in here. But right around the corner is a female NHL referee. Then I'm sorry if this bothers you. Right around that corner is going to be NHL coaches that are female. It's going to happen. General managers, it's going to happen. And then it won't be in our lifetime, but it's going to happen. Then that movement is going to get it. And then they're going to have fucking females playing in the NHL. What? Not because of talent, not because of skill, but because of rights. And that's what's really fucking pissing me off with the NHL is they're getting too political. Oh, my dog wants in. I thought the door was open. Sorry. And if you say what I just did, then you're a bigot and you're anti this and anti that. It's just reality. Like if the three of us sat down and we're in a room having a beer, I'm sure we would agree at least on some of this. Rock on, bro. Yeah, I remember when Trump started fucking, basically kind of warning people about that with the NFL. I don't know what the hell's happened. Like I mean, I don't encounter anybody, and I don't know anybody that hates another race or tries to stop people from doing the same thing. All I'm finding is I'm being told that I should be ashamed of being white and everything that any bad things that happened in the past to non-white people. I have to be the burden of their sins, and why not just like fucking go like we were, equals equal? I mean, nobody stopped any race from joining the NHL. I mean, why would that black guy was good enough to play Willie O'Reilly or whatever? He was good enough to play in 1956. It's not. I mean, they would. It's like he made it. He didn't make it for publicity or political reasons. He actually made a team. So why not just keep it that way? If you're good enough to make the NHL, you're good enough to make the NHL. Um, this one guy, that black guy, he's like looks like half white, half black. He played for Calgary's farm team. I can't remember his name, but he got into this big thing about racism. Well, he tried to get this thing in Canada where you had to have so many non-white people on the hockey team for like minor hockey team. He tried to get this bill passed in Canada, and in Canada, the government said no. So he wanted it not based on skill, he wanted it based on race to make it equal. Well, it shouldn't be equal. It should be based on skill because it's a game. It's not like a job, it's a game. It's a game. So you have to have the best players because in a game, the object of a game is to win. So you can't pick people. It's not like, like the old days where you got to have one girl on your baseball team, you know, and she's going to suck, and she does. Well, that really opened the door to this. But oh well, And like I say, when you do speak out, you really do get crucified for being, a racist or, a boomer and all that stuff. Yeah, that's the way it goes. You know, every generation changes into different things, but this one's it's pretty fucking weak when you get offended. The thing is like let's pretend like fucking aliens come down and they're gonna take over the world. Are we gonna defend ourselves, or are people gonna say, leave the aliens alone? Aliens lives matter. Don't shoot them. Leave them alone. I know I'm just being a jerk there, but there is a limit to bullshit. You fucking know that yourself. I mean, like, uh, you don't need. Here's an example. My town, small little town. We can't have St. Patrick's Day because that offends people. We can't have a parade because that's offensive. But nobody says it's offensive. It's just and then, but we get in June, we got a little tiny town. In June, we have Pride Month, and they paint like the sidewalks all like the crosswalks all like fucking rainbow colors. Now, nobody before this ever had a problem with anybody that was gay or ooh, I don't. Who gives a shit? Doesn't affect me. But you don't need to take away from one and then make a big thing for another because the other says that they're not equal. Well, if you're not equal, doesn't taking away our thing make it so that we're not equal? It just gets too stupid and political. But I personally don't have any problems with anybody. I just don't like being forced and I hate that stuff in hockey. Hockey's something that, it's nice to relax, have a beer, have a friend over, get some pizza, watch the game. You know, you don't need it politicalized. Politics ruins sports and just about everything else in life. Like, fuck. It's like having to watch the Super Bowl halftime. It's like, I don't need that. I don't fucking need that at all. Just fucking go to a commercial or two and fucking let's go back to the game. But no. Tell you one thing though, that little logo up there, Every time I go live, I look like a fool and I can get laughed and teased at. There was a time when that fucking logo meant something, man. Fucking people hated it or loved it. That was it. Nobody teased it. Nobody teased the Philadelphia Flyers logo. They loved it or hated it or they didn't know of it, what it meant, because they didn't know what hockey was. Oh my God. It's been a long fucking time. I used to be able to brag, and I was good at bragging. I drive fucking you up the wall. I loved when the Flyers were good. Every fucking year they were good. The only thing they'd get the finals every year if it wasn't for fucking New Jersey. Goddamn Brodeur, Scott Stevens, all them. Oh my God. But still, Ed Schneider always put the fucking paid the money, paid whatever it took, and we had everything we had except for excuse me, Bobby Clark. He was one problem. Bobby Clark was a great general manager, despite what people say, but he made one mistake. He was a very stubborn man. And the year Cujo was a free agent from Edmonton, there was John Van Beesbrook was available from the Rangers, and Cujo from the Oilers, and can't remember the third guy, but he was upper tier. Can't remember. I'm sorry. Everybody and their dog knew that Lindros, Leclerc, the team, they needed a goalie, and they were going all the way. So the agent for Cujo and Bobby Clark were doing some hardcore talking. The agent wanted the money because he knew Philadelphia needed the goalie, so they upped the price. And Clark did some negotiating, and Clark was not going to pay the price. There's even a TSN or one of those videos, like where Clark even says that I was not going to get uh, pirated or whatever. Or he said, I can't remember, or blackmailed. I can't remember. He used some stupid saying, but it wasn't even his money, man. There was no salary cap then. It was like fucking Ed Snyder's open paycheck book. Here, do what you want. But Clark was a stubborn fucking ego cunt, and he said no. So Cujo signed with a Toronto, and we got Van Beesbrook. Now Van Beesbrook was good, but he wasn't Cujo. If we had gotten Cujo, I fucking know that we would have got at least one cup. Oh God, that haunts me. That haunts me because I love Clark so much, but that was his biggest, biggest mistake ever. Was not getting fucking Cujo over ego, over you're not going to do this, agent, because Bobby Clark hates those greedy fucking agents. He always has. He's said it himself a billion times in interviews. So it was his ego. If he just, it wasn't his money. It wasn't like coming out of Bobby's pocket. Like, fuck, man, get Cujo. Bang. And the Leafs get him. The Leafs go from a good team to a fucking excellent team just overnight. The same thing would have happened. Now, don't get me wrong. Van Beesbrook was good. He used to get like 8, 10 shutouts, but so did a lot of other goalies back then. But fuck, he was Van Beesbrook was not the same Ranger goalie, and I didn't even think he was fantastic with the Rangers. That's why Richter took over anyway. It was better. I'm not saying Van Beesbrook sucked, but by the time Philly got him, he definitely. If we did get Van Beesbrook, I would prefer have gotten him about 3 years earlier, which would not have happened. The only reason we got him is because New York liked Richter. They weren't going to re-sign Van Beesbrook and let him go to free agency. Fuck. If we just got Cujo, would have had him for 6 years. I'm sure we would have got 1 or 2 cups. What a bummer. Like I said, everyone, if I let myself think about it, which I don't like think about every day, but if I do bring the topic up and I think about it, it's like, oh, it's very depressing because Philadelphia had a very, very good team. I'm talking before Lindros got bumped his head, but Philadelphia had a very, very good team. They just didn't have that goalie when it came to the playoffs. Now, Cujo was a playoff goalie. He wasn't just a regular season goalie. He was a great regular season goalie. But Cujo, you know how you got those players that always bring it up another notch in the playoffs? Well, Cujo always did that with Edmonton, with Toronto. And, he didn't bring home the cup, but he was always like fucking amazing. Oh, we've had good goalies. You're just too young. We had Bernie Perrant when I was a kid. That's what I grew up on. We had fucking Pelly Lemberg when I was in public school. When I was in high school, we had Ron Hextall, and then it stopped. Then it stopped. What did you say here? Oh, I thought you said cry boy. I was like, I'm not crying. I'm sorry, man, to my old eyes. I said, I'll be back in 30 minutes or so if you're still here, like a cry boy. Like, cry boy? Wasn't crying. Or that's not what you said, right? No, you said cowboy. Yeah, I don't know. I gotta go up and make a sandwich. I don't know if I'll be on here or not. But thanks for popping by and thanks for not calling me a cry boy. I seriously thought you said cry boy. Fuck, am I getting old? I look down there. That's what it looks like. I can see right from here. It says cowboy, but for a minute it said cry boy. I was like, fuck, maybe I was crying, whining about the Flyers. It's not hard to whine about the Flyers. Yeah, but I think the only time they made me cry was when Pelly Lindbergh died. I think I was in grade 7. I did cry. And my friends teased me at school, not because I was crying. They teased me that they were assholes. Fucking teased me that Pelly Lindbergh died. Yeah, I went to like a little small school. There's only like a 100 people there. About 30 of them teased me about Pelly Lindbergh. Fucking assholes. All right, have a good one. Have a good one. I don't know how long I'll be here, but be here for a bit, I guess. I gotta go out and make that ham and cheese sandwich. Ham and cheese sandwich. I'm not like super hungry yet. I'm gonna be. Fuck, this is a marathon. I haven't been on this long in ages. But I ain't got nothing to fucking do, really. What do I gotta do this week? Tomorrow's Wednesday, right? Nothing. Thursday? Nothing. Friday? I don't know. You know, maybe tomorrow I'll order a pizza. Got enough menus for a free one. Maybe I might order a pizza tomorrow. Excusez-moi. Let me take a look, see what's going on. Nothing. Nothing. There's a buddy talking about Philadelphia. Fucking Philadelphia rewards. You got a seat upgraded. Well, lucky you, you get to see some garbage hockey up closer. No score. I hope Montreal wins. But your Carter hurts and fucking that. Don't put Santrum in. Oh, Santrum isn't it? Oh, cool. That means Philadelphia's got a chance to lose. Goodbye.